What is really polarity between men and women?
Well, on the simplest level, it's yin and yang. It's chaos and order, flow and structure. I think it's a universal principle. It's natural law that creates balance, and it's made manifest in men and women. Of course, all of us have both masculine and feminine in us. I know I certainly have a lot of femininity, and a lot of my wife, for instance, has a lot of masculinity. But when we're in our romantic relationship and dynamic, we really try to work hard to create polarity. And it's really, I think there's an essence that each of us has that we can't get away from. Men have an essence and women have an essence. And, you hear it described all the time. Men are more directional and purposeful and hold the structure and hold the container, and the feminine is more emotional, creative in the flow. And I think each has their own orientation, their own priorities. And I don't think it has to look any particular kind of way. I mean, it's different. I don't think the rules should be rigid. Every couple has to find their own balance between the two. But I think what I'm seeing is, post feminism and women's rights, where women started to, go out into the workplace and became more masculinized as men stepped back and in some way became more feminized. What I'm seeing is a real longing to return to some form of updated traditional gender roles, not necessarily going back to the phase. I don't think anybody wants that, but how do we in this modern world capture the beauty and perfection of that masculine feminine dance? And I started thinking about it years ago when I read the famous book by David Data, Way of the Superior Man. And then he's got another book called Intimate Communion, which is really specifically about polarity. And I think those books became really popular among both men and women, because I went to a data workshop and it was a lot of women there. There's just a longing to be in that dynamic because it's sexy, it's beautiful, it's natural. And I think people are trying to rediscover it in a way that feels good for them.